Between a huge WWE star death, escalating talk that Chris Jericho may not return anytime soon, Seth Rollins battling serious neck issues, CM Punk eyeing a hard retirement age, and a contract confirmation that is shaking up TNA. This feels like one of those nights where the wrestling landscape shifts without warning, as we're going to give to you the hottest, the latest, the greatest WWE news, WWE headlines, wrestling the hottest topics, guys. We're going to bring it to you right here. The vibe, the aura, the significance is absolutely real because this is the appeal. Remember to hype the video. Remember to like the video right here on YouTube.com. Now, I just want to drop this disclaimer right at the top of the video. Quick reminder before we go further. Again, like, hype the video. Rumors and speculation. Nothing is confirmed unless stated. And the pinned comment will give you any updates if anything becomes verified. We need to start with the most serious part of the night. What we know versus what's missing. Now, we need to start, again, we need to start here because this is big, this is huge, and this is major. And again, we're going to thread this through the entire update, the entire video, because there is more details. It is a developing story right here at this stage and at this time. Again, we're going to get to the death. We're going to get into the name. We're going to get to the age. We're going to get into all of that. But first off, let's pivot because Chris Jericho's name is everywhere right now, and for good reason. There is a lot of talk backstage across multiple companies about Jericho's future. And while nothing official has broken, we have received internal updates on what's currently being focused on. Here is the key issue as concerns Chris Jericho and his return to the WWE. Or is he going back to AEW? Or is he ultimately coming to TNA? Wouldn't that be something spectacular? Wouldn't it be something big? Because TNA is having their big AMC debut on TV. The world will be watching TNA tomorrow. But the key issue with Chris Jericho, Y2J, is, well, it's time. Jericho's schedule right now is packed, not just wrestling related, but projects that demand long-term commitment, travel, and consistency. And that's why insiders are quietly tempering expectations about a quick in-ring return. This isn't about injury. This isn't about conflict. This is about logistics and priority. One source described it as it's not that he won't wrestle. It's that wrestling may not fit cleanly into his calendar right now. And that view is quite frankly a big difference if you're asking Sean's View Entertainment. Could he return? Well, yeah, he could return. Soon? Well, that's where the skepticism starts creeping in. And when you combine that with how companies are planning their next 6 to 12 months, Jericho's name being absent from future roadmaps is what's fueling the chatter. Now we go into breaking news updates on Seth Rollins. Now, this one is a big one. This one is blockbuster. And I said I promised you that this would be a blockbuster update, viewers, fans, and subscribers. And that is exactly what I am bringing to you right here and right now. Remember to hype and like and comment. Guys, so important to comment the video. Now, this next part caught off people. They caught it off. It's off guard. All right. One of those unexpected things. You know, Seth Rollins was already dealing with an injury, and he had to have a surgery. Then he was playing up an angle, a storyline where he was injured, but he really wasn't injured. But then he actually did legitimately become injured. He did become hurt. And this is where we're going to get into this one because it wasn't just a knee injury. It just wasn't aches and pains because Seth Rollins dealing with something else behind the scenes. There is now confirmation that Seth Rollins quietly dealt with severe neck issues throughout parts of 2025, and it was handled far more privately than fans realized. No dramatic announcements, no public shutdowns, just careful load management, selective matches, and creative protection for the former World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, the former leader of the Vision. But why does this all matter? Because Seth Rollins isn't just a top star. He's a long-term pillar, and neck issues changes everything. Multiple insiders have said that WWE was extremely cautious with him behind the scenes, limiting certain spots, adjusting match layouts, and planning contingency quietly. The fact that this stayed mostly out of the spotlight tells you how serious the WWE takes Seth Rollins' future because he's a big-time player in the game. And also explains why some creative decisions in 2025 felt, well, conservative. This wasn't coincidence. This was preservation. And now we get into the best in the world, the best at what he does. CM Punk, the current reigning World Heavyweight Champion of Raw on Netflix on Monday nights. Now, this one is interesting, but it's also fascinating, viewers. Because, with John Cena retiring last year, and then AJ Styles will be retiring sometime this year, then it comes down to, well, when is CM Punk going to retire? When is CM Punk going to call it a day? When is CM Punk going to go off to the sunset? Well, there's a growing belief internally that CM Punk plans to retire from WWE by the age of 50. Not a threat, not as leverage, but as a hard personal line from the champion himself. That doesn't mean he's leaving tomorrow. It does mean that the clock is ticking, and the WWE knows it. Now, sources suggest that Punk has been very upfront about how much longer he wants to go, what his body can realistically handle at this stage of the game. I am not okay. Half my heart is gone. AJ Lee just said that online, guys. I am not okay. Half my heart is gone. Now, again, we're going to go back into the report. This just came up. Guys, this is why we do multiple videos a day. This is why I give you real-time updates. We give you the motives. We give you everything. But I cannot believe what AJ Lee just said. Maybe this is why we haven't seen AJ Lee back on WWE television or have seen her consistently on WWE TV because of something like this. AJ Lee is not okay, ladies and gentlemen. And that's something how I'm talking about CM Punk as an AJ Lee update comes out as I'm expressing and talking about CM Punk, him retiring, and then we got an update about AJ Lee not being okay. Obviously, a very sad, a very distressing update. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if we can dig a little bit deeper into this whole AJ Lee situation. But switching gears really quickly here, again, all our thoughts and prayers go out to AJ Lee. She's not okay, and half my heart is gone. Wow. So, getting back to CM Punk real quick here, guys. Obviously, you can see that caught me off guard. See, here's the thing. On any given episode of Show of Entertainment, anything can happen, okay? Expect the unexpected. So, CM Punk has said that, well, Punk's positioning lately feels intentional, not rushed, but deliberate. Every match matters, every feud is calculated, and nothing is being wasted with the best in the world, CM Punk. WWE appears to be treating CM Punk's time like a finite asset, not an open-ended run. That is a big shift from how returns are usually handled. And again, viewers, we are going to try to get the most pivotal, the most dynamic updates on AJ Lee and CM Punk. Again, we do multiple videos a day to keep you in the clock, around the clock, because we keep you in the know on the hottest, the latest, the greatest in the WWE from the get-go. But let's talk about another move that quietly says a lot. Officially confirmed to a new contract with TNA Wrestling, and this isn't just a roster update, it is a statement. TNA has been aggressively locking in talent who want stability, want consistent TV time, and want room to grow without being lost in the shuffle. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the dirt sheets, the websites, and the newsletters, at this time, it would appear as if John Skyler has officially confirmed the new contract in TNA. Skyler resigning tells you two things. TNA's confidence is real, and wrestlers are seeing value in committing early. This isn't about who's bigger, it's about who feels secure, and that matters in 2026 wrestling economics. Now, how this all connects, viewers, because we're going to get into the loss, we're going to get into the death, we're going to get into the rest in peace right here and right now. Let's tie this right in. Because between a huge WWE star death, guys, a huge WWE star death, this is widespread. There is widespread reporting and rumors and gossip right now in real time, and confirmation that a huge WWE star has died, has passed away. And the reaction across the wrestling world has been immediate and it's been emotional. Tributes pouring in, talent's reactions are spreading fast, and behind the scenes, WWE has already begun internal coordination, which is always a sign that the situation is real and being handled at the highest level. What's important right now is separating respect from speculation. WWE has been extremely careful with messaging, no over details, no premature statements, and no leaks beyond what's been confirmed. That usually tells you two things, okay? That the family is being prioritized, and WWE is bracing for a large public response. Their loss isn't just this loss, guys. Let me tell you, this loss isn't just emotional. It could affect storylines, locker room morale, scheduling, and even creative direction in ways fans don't even immediately see. And it sets the tone for everything else that we're about to talk about. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you're probably asking, well, who is it? What's the name? Who's the wrestler? Who died? Who passed away? What's the RIP? What's the situation? Well, One of Stone Cold Steve Austin's first ever in-ring opponents has died, has passed away. The Rattlesnake, Stone Cold Steve Austin, the toughest SOB in the WWE. One of his first ever opponents has died and passed away. Yes, it is online. It is spreading like wildfire. It is confirmed, and it is very, very sad and very, very much unexpected. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, Bruce Pritchard told Vince McMahon that he ended the streak of The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Did you think that The Undertaker's streak should have ever ended at the Showcase of Momoto's WrestleMania? Also, Aaliyah admits to nearly throwing up on Sasha Banks during WWE debut. And Ric Flair flexes 5-star cameo review after backlash over slurred videos that said he was perhaps or maybe drunk or a little bit tipsy. Again, with CM Punk revealing that he thinks his in-ring retirement will come for him at the age of 50 years old, David Otunga admits that WWE background hurt his acting career. Also, in the same breath, Aaliyah says that she wrestled through a fractured rib in her final ever match for the WWE. Also, Seth Rollins says that wrestling in big red boots felt like Super Mario World. And NWA's champion Mike Mondo undergoes emergency dental surgery. And on top of that, viewers, fans, and subscribers, breaking news on the WWE Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dominic Mysterio, as Dominic Mysterio's next opponent to be decided on AAA on Fox Latin America debut. And R-Truth is now revealing who he wants his final WWE match to be against. And sadly, the biggest thing that happened to R-Truth over the last few years, where there was a lot of momentum and a lot of talk about him, was him being released from him being let go by WWE, or he was going to be let go. And then the fans were riveting, they were rioting, they were commenting, they were interacting. And R-Truth was getting a lot of shine. He was a hot commodity, but the fire is slowly, well, it's pretty much no fire now. It's kind of dim. It's kind of dull. R-Truth had a lot of people talking about him. And, yeah, wow. Queen Emanita confirms AEW has extended her contract. Also, R-Truth is also revealed, for those of you that are still interested, R-Truth reveals the length of his new WWE contract. And Ric Flair, again, this is just coming in now with an update. This is why we do multiple videos a day. Ric Flair allegedly drunk half the time while recording cameos. Also, viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are receiving word at this time that the AEW Collision viewership, was it going to be a collision or was it going to be a division? The AEW Collision viewership for January the 10th season increase after Mercedes Moné crashes out in the WWE 2K26 commercial already filmed and reveal expected soon ahead of WrestleMania season. And AEW's Ricochet files trademark for the trendsetter ahead of major title defense. And this is where we are at right now at this report in this stage of the game. Viewers, fans, subscribers, it's all about you. As what did you think about the return, the surprise return of Jada Parker to WWE NXT on the January 13th episode? And tonight, of course, is going to be AEW in itself. AEW will be premiering live tonight. Sean Vitae will give you all the highlights of the news, the rumors, headlines, as I do, because I bring it in for all of you, because you are true to Sean's View Entertainment. The committedness that you give to me, I give it back to you tenfold, because it's all about satisfying your taste buds as it concerns all things professional wrestling. So before I bore you with any more details, I think this is it, guys. Looking at the details, looking at the insiders, I think this is where we're going to end it. And again, rest in peace, R.I.P. What do you think about CM Punk retiring at age 50? Do you think CM Punk is still the best in the world, or has he lost a step or two? And What about Drew McIntyre losing the undisputed WWE title to Roman Reigns? Yes, you heard that right. Drew McIntyre slated to lose the undisputed WWE Championship to Roman Reigns on the road to WrestleMania. So Drew McIntyre will not be walking into WrestleMania the WWE Champion. Instead, it will be Roman Reigns. Do you think that is lame? Or do you think that the proverbial rug will be pulled underneath Drew McIntyre once again in 2026? Subscribe with plenty more to come. Set a reminder on your cell phone, your iPhone, your laptop, your desktop, your watch, your PC, because that's what it means to me.